Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 Pennant race is on the air. Today's date is September 9th, 1983. We are back here at County Stadium for another game with the Milwaukee Brewers. But this time, they host the Detroit Tigers in a big game in the American League East. Let's take a look at the standings. The Tigers come into the game a record of 83-56. The Brewers are 79-60. And let's have a look at the standings of today. The New York Yankees right now have a 5-game lead on the division over the Baltimore Orioles. The Tigers are in third place, 2.5 back of the Orioles. The Brewers right now are 4 games back of the Tigers for third. This is a very important game tonight as the Tigers have a very good chance to put Milwaukee 5 games back, and that could be huge tonight. The Brewers get a chance to get to 3 back, and then we'll see how things go. This was game 1 of a doubleheader tonight. In the American League West, the Chicago White Sox, 9.5 games ahead of the Rangers. And right now, Chicago's magic number is they're going to probably clinch the division probably in another few more baseball days. The Rangers are 3 games under 500, not officially out of it. California is 6 games under 500. They got a little bit of work to do, but time is running out for those teams. In the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies, they lead the division over the Expos by only a game and a half. Philadelphia and Montreal are fighting each other for that division. The Pittsburgh Pirates, they are 7 games under 500. They are in third. But they are also running out of time. In the National League West, the Atlanta Braves, they have a 9-game lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Padres are in third, 2 back of the Dodgers. But here come the Houston Astros. They're only a half game back of the Padres, but they are only 1 game. They're only 1 game over 500. So the Astros got to be careful and not lose not many games. So that is the standings as it shows today in the pennant race, and we got a big one tonight. Kevin Thomas, Doug Hunt, Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike are first to join us here at County Stadium. The Brewers historically won this game 2-1. It was a pitcher's duel, not like that game we had last night. The Brewers had 8 hits and no errors. The Tigers had 6 hits and an error. And now we will go ahead and see what happens tonight as Ben Witz now joins us here at County Stadium. And I don't think Ben Witz knows who to root for. And yes, Sports Time Machine, Brand Marchand coming to the Panthers. I don't care what anybody says. The Panthers are the favorites to win the Eastern Conference, I think. But that we'll see what happens tonight. So, without further ado, it's time for a very big game here at County Stadium. The Tigers and the Brewers. Let's get things started. Starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers tonight is Moos Haas. First time we've seen him. He had a good year in 83. 13 wins, 3 losses, a 3.27 ERA. And he gets the call tonight. He gets the call tonight. We are at County Stadium. A bit of a pitcher's park. 121 home runs, -3 to strikeouts, and -2 to walks. So if everybody is set and ready to go, XSG2 now joins us here at County Stadium. A very big game between the Cats and the Brewers. A Tiger win pretty much puts the Brewers really behind the 8 ball. Brewers really need to win today to still have a shot to make third. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Tigers, second baseman Lou Whitaker, who should be in the Hall of Fame. 320 average, 12 homers, 72 RBIs in 83. Once again, we're going to use blue, white, and yellow dice. Brewers are the home team. And we are set and ready to go. And the fans are loud here. They know what's at stake in a big game between the Cats and the Brew Crew. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say. 1-2 against the lefty. It's a walk +10. And that's a 16. 9 - 2 is 7. +10 is a 7. is a 17. That's a 16, and he will walk him. So Haas is going to walk Whitaker for the first batter. Haas had 37 walks in 83. And that'll bring up the shortstop. Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer, needs to have Whitaker with him. 319 average, 14 homers, 66 RBIs in 83. Whitaker had 17 steals. That's a 20. Haas fires to first, but Whitaker will get back. Now Haas will pitch. Haas, 2-6, wild pitch. No, it's a blank. Trammell, 6-6, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Let's see, 2-2-3. Second base, pivot. Gantner, +1 is a 4. They'll get it, 2 outs. That is a 6-4-3 double play that Trammell hits right into. And they're now 2 away. And now we'll see the left fielder, Larry Herndon, 302 average, 20 homers, 92 RBIs. There ain't nothing wrong with those stats. Haas will pitch. 3-2 against a righty. It's a home run result against a righty. Herndon needs an 8. The 12 is too high. Herndon 4-1, and he hits a deep fly ball to center field. Going back for that is going to be Rick Manning. He's at the track. He's near the wall, but he will make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk will go to the bottom of the first. Yeah, so now when everybody is healthy, because Tkachuk is probably not going to play until the first round of the playoffs, you're going to have Chucky, Bart, Benny, and Marshy on the line. So you have Tkachuk, Bennett, and Marchand on the same line. 3 goons. Pick your poison with those guys. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Jack Morris, 20 wins, 13 losses, a 3.34 ERA in 83. Now let's see what the Brew Crew begin tonight. After last night's destruction from the New York Yankees on Fall Classic, we'll see if the Brewers get a little pickup here. An inside pitch. Leading off for the Brewers, third baseman, Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer, no doubt in my mind, 270 average, 15 homers, 47 RBIs. Morris will pitch. 3-6, range play at the park. County Stadium, 3-2, it's a fly ball to center. Going after that is Chet Lemon. He was not too bad. His range is a 5. That is a 5. He makes the play on the run, and that'll be out number 1. So Lemon tracks that ball down. And now the second baseman, Jim Gantner. Always felt he was solid. 282 average, 11 homers, 74 RBIs in 83. Morris, he will pitch. 5-4, that's at the park. County Stadium, 6-6, and that is a blank. We're going to have a rare play with bases empty. And that is a 16. Bad hop grounder to shortstop. Check for G6 error. Shortstop for the Tigers is Trammell. His error rating is a 6. That's a 19. He's not going to make an error. He's going to throw to first for the out, but it says check shortstop for injury. Alan Trammell's injury rating is a 1. So he will... A 1 or a 2, he is out of the game. He's fine. Trammell says, I got a bruise, but I think I'll be fine. I'm a baseball player. 2 down. On a ground out to short. And now here comes the shortstop. Hall of Famer, Robin Yount. No doubt in my mind there either. 308 average, 17 homers, 80 RBIs. Morris will deal. 5-2, strikeout 10. That will miss. Yount. A 1-5, and Yount smacks one into center. And that's going to split the gap and roll all the way to the wall. Yount is going to have a double. First hit of the game for him. And here comes the first baseman, Cecil Cooper. Definitely hauled a very good. 307 average, 30 homers, 126 RBIs in 83. There are 2 outs. Yount on at second, strategy, and nothing happening there. Morris the Cat will pitch. 6-3, strikeout 2, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Cooper, and the side is retired. First strikeout from Morris. He had 232 of them in 83. He was dealing some pretty good heat. No score after one, no runs and a hit. We go to the top of the second. Yes, they have high intimidation factors, all of them. That's why they are all goons. But guess what? They're the Panthers goons. And after winning a Stanley Cup last year, I have no problem winning another one. Don't know if we will, but I'll be happy either way. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Tigers will be the catcher, Lance Parrish. 269 average, 27 homers, 114 RBIs. That's a decent season. Pitch from Haas. 4-3, strikeout, and he will get him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Moos. He had 75 of them that year. And now here comes the Detroit designated hitter, Kirk Gibson, who hit one of the greatest home runs in World Series history. 227 average, 15 homers, 51 RBIs. Boston got a 2027 second-round pick, which can become a first-round pick. Boston got fleeced. Pretty much Boston is dumping everybody. Coyle is gone. McAvoy is done for the year. Frederick is gone. Marchand is gone. Another guy that went that it was a fire sale. The Bruins have thrown in the towel. Pitch from Haas. 1-3, that's a blank. Gibson. 5-6 and a ground out to short. Taken care of there by Yount, and over to first it goes, 2 away. Here's the first baseman, Enos Cabell. 311 average, 5 homers, 46 RBIs in 83. Haas will pitch. 2-6, wild pitch at the blank. Cabell, 3-6, and he popped out. And second baseman Gantner says, I'll take it. And he will. And he'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cats. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Brew Crew will be the catcher, Ted Simmons, Hall of Famer. 308 average, 13 homers, 108 RBIs in 83. Morris with the pitch. 6-1, error on a grounder. Simmons, 4-6. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second. That's hit to Whitaker. His error rating is a 5. That's a 5. He bobbles it, drops it. Simmons is safe. It's an error. Wow, Whitaker is going to make an error, rare error, but he will. And that's going to be an E4. First error on the Tigers. They did have one in the game historically. So Simmons is on first. And now the Milwaukee designated hitter, Roy Howell, 278 average, 4 homers, 25 RBIs that year. Simmons on it first. Bottom of the second here. Strategy roll, I should roll first, shouldn't I? Nothing on the 6. Simmons will stay put. Morris, 5-3, range play. Howell, 1-5. It's a grounder to second base. This time, once again, it's hit to Whitaker. Whitaker failed an error check. Can he make a range play? His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. Simmons has got good speed, but decent speed, but not enough to get past second to hold. And that'll be a single for Howell as Whitaker now fails a range play. Runners at first and second for the Brew Crew. And now the left fielder, Mark Bruhard, 276 average, 7 homers, 23 RBIs that season. Still no one out, bottom of the second. And nothing on the strat. Morris will pitch. 6-2 against a righty, walk. 19 is high. Bruhard, 4-4, and that's a ground ball to first. 3-2-2. Shortstop travel pivot is a 0. A 1-2, it's a double play. And they won't get it. Simmons will go to third. Howell thrown out at second. Brewhard goes to first, and that's out number 1. That will be a fielder's choice. So could not turn the double play. And now runners in the corners. Here's the center fielder, Rick Manning. 246 average, 4 homers, 43 RBIs in 83. The infield is going to play in. The Tigers don't want the Brewers to get any runs here early in the game. So Morris is going to pitch. Strategy roll first. Nothing on the 4. Brewhard stays put. Pitch from Morris. 6-1. Error on a grounder. Manning. 5-1. Nope. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. And Herndon's going to make the catch for out number 2. Manning, sacrifice fly of 1. Hit to left, +1 is a 2. He won't bring in Simmons that way. Simmons base runner 2. Herndon has a 0 arm. A 1-2. Simmons will still score. And he will. He'll do it on his own. So Simmons will come in. It will be a sacrifice fly. The Brewers take a 1-0 lead. So the error will cost the Tigers there. And that is a sacrifice fly. And now here's the right fielder, Charlie Moore. 284 average, 2 homers, 49 RBIs. David Vega joins us here at County Stadium. 2 men down. Brewers have a 1-0 lead. Strategy roll. Stay put. Morris. 4-1. Strikeout. No. Moore. A 3-5, and it's a fly ball to right. And Glenn Wilson's going to get to that. He'll track it down and make the catch. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and a sacrifice fly. Brewers have a 1-0 lead after 2. After a tough beatdown from the Yankees last night, the Brewers really need to bounce back in this game against the Tigers. We go to the top of the 3rd. Yeah, the Devils got really hurt by Hughes' injury. That injury is so bad, New Jersey really should just throw in the towel. Really should. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. Leading off for the Tigers will be the center fielder, Chet Lemon. Maybe the most underrated player in baseball history. 255 average, 24 homers, 69 RBIs in 83. Haas will deal. And that's a 3-5 possible error. Lemon, 3-4, fly ball left field. That ball is hit to Brewhard. His error rating is a 2. That's a 14. That's going to be caught. Out number 1. Here comes the right fielder, Glenn Wilson. 268 average, 11 homers, 65 RBIs. Haas will pitch. 5-2, strikeout, no. Wilson, 2-5, and that's a fly to right. Easy play for Moore, and he gets to it for out number 2. And now we'll see the third baseman, Wayne Krenchicki, 276 average, a homer, 27 RBIs that year. Haas will deal. 1-4 against the lefty, it's a blank. Krenchicki, 1-6, and it's a base hit. He'll hit 1 past first, and Krenchicki will get the first hit of the game for the Cats. Here's Whitaker. Whitaker walked his first time up. Krenchicki really not a threat to do anything. We'll still roll a strat because Haas does have a very small pickoff rating. Haas will deal. 2-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Whitaker, 23, and that's going to be a base hit to right field. With 2 outs, Krenchicki a base runner 4. Single to right, -3. The only way he gets to third is on a 1, and he'll hold. A nice throw there by the right fielder, Charlie Moore, and Krenchicki holds at second base. And now there are 2 outs still, and now a chance for Trammell. Trammell hit into a double play his first time up. Strategy, nothing on the 5. Haas will go ahead and pitch to Trammell. 4-2, 42, that's an automatic out. And it will be a fly ball to right field. Charlie Moore will get to that with no problem. He makes the catch. and retires the side. No runs, 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the third. Since we're talking a little bit about hockey, for those of you people, first of all, first of all, Rantanen going to Dallas, the Stars just became a real serious threat to win that conference right now. They're going to have Winnipeg's going to have a hard time with him over there. As far as last year's runner-ups, the Edmonton Oilers, they made a couple of moves, which I think are okay. And if there are any Oiler fans out there, I do apologize. While Stuart Skinner is in your net, you will not win a Stanley Cup. That's why I was not afraid of the Oilers in that final series. Even though they took us to 7 games, I was not afraid of Stuart Skinner. I was more afraid of Shesterkin and Swayman in that series last year than I was of Skinner. And Skinner does allow a good amount of softies. Edmonton will not win a cup with Stuart Skinner. They need a real strong goalie to do it. They got the offense. McDavid and Draisaitl, maybe the best dynamic duo right now on hockey. All right. But, maybe they got a dynamic duo, those two. But they're offensive. And I'll tell you right now, against the defensive team, Edmonton does not really play very well. I'm thinking of the Houston Oilers. Edmonton does not really play well against defensive teams. And even though they made a comeback last year, the Panthers absolutely wore them out. And that's why they lost that series in Game 7. I think Winnipeg is a favorite. Hellebuck is the greatest goalie on earth right now. Okay. Getting Rantanen makes the Stars a clear favorite. The Panthers now getting Marchand, although they were already considered a favorite to repeat. I think that makes them stronger, especially when Tkachuk gets back. But don't fall asleep on the Capitals. Washington, I like their goalie. What's his name? Thompson. He's not bad. They got offensive strength. This is going to be a very good postseason, I believe. Okay, enough hockey. Let's get back to baseball. Bottom of the third, leading off for the Brewers will be Paul Molitor, and he's 0 for 1. 1-0 favor of the Brew Crew. Pitch from Morris. 32. That's going to be as I now say, an S1 is no longer a blank, even though Chris said it's not official. I'm making it house. That is now an automatic out, and it is going to be a fly to left field. And that will be handled there by Herndon. And that is out number 1. The reason why I'm making it a house rule is because now his new sets have the 2-star and the S1, and I prefer uniformity. Here comes Gantner. Gantner is 0 for 1. Morris will pitch. And 35, strikeout 3, and got him. Struck him out. He'll get Gantner. And that is the second strikeout from Morris. 2 down. Now the batter is Yount. Yount got a double his first time up. Morris, 22, that 2-2, strikeout 3, called strike 3 on Yount, and the inning is over. Nice job by Morris, and that's his third K, and the Brewers go 1-2-3, 1-0 after 3, in a very big game here in the American League East. The Detroit Tigers, they are 83-56. The Milwaukee Brewers are 79-60. The Brewers are 4 back of the Tigers for third. They must get it. You must be in the top 3 to make the playoffs, and of course have a winning record. It's a very important game. Plus, and also, the Tigers have a 4-1 board record. The Brewers are 3-2. So that is a tiebreaker right now that is also owned by the Tigers between these two. Larry Herndon leads off for Detroit, and he's 0 for 1. Haas will deal. And 3-5, possible error. Herndon, 4-3. That's a hit ball. That's a hard hit ball to right. That's a 12. And that's going to be a triple. Triple for Herndon. That ball is at the right field. That is Charlie Moore. His error rating is a 4. That's a 10. He will not make an error. He'll get it in there, and Herndon will hold it third. So Herndon leads off with a 3-bagger. It'll now bring in Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 1, infield calling in. Brewers have a 1-0 lead here. Haas will go ahead against Parrish. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 7. Haas will deal 2-4 against the righty. Strikeout 10. That's going to be high. Parrish 1-1, and that's a ground ball to third. That is a ground ball to third. The infield is in. Herndon's base running rating becomes a 2. There are nobody out. I'm going to hold Herndon there, and the throw will go to first, and Parrish will be out retired there. 1 down. So a grounder to third as Molitor holds Herndon back and throws to first to get the out. And now here's Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 1. Now if a grounder comes in, Herndon will probably try to score. Haas, and I do have that that infield in chart. I wonder how that would have worked. The play is over. I'm not going to change it. I just want to know how that would have worked with this chart. I haven't used it yet. So his base running rating is a 4 with the infield in D20. And let's see. So infield in would be a 4. So if I had rolled, that would have been a 17. And let's see, 17. The runner at third would have been out, and the base runner would have been on a field, and the batter would have been out on a fielder's choice. Okay, but I'm not doing that. I'm just not really a fan of that chart. I prefer the way we always use it. Haas will pitch. 2-6. Wild pitch. No, it's a blank. Gibson. 5-6. And it's a ground ball to short. This time Herndon is going to try to score. His base running rating is a 2. The throw's going to come to the plate. A 1, 2, or 6. Herndon is safe. That is a 6, which means they had no chance to get him. The throw goes to first to get the out. 2 down. I am not using that 6 rule because it's this early in the game. They will take the sure out. And there will be 2 outs, but they're tied at 1. The one rule I was planning on using was if it's a tying run or go-ahead run, but it's in the 8th or 9th innings, if a 6 comes up, the team that rolled the 6 still has a chance to throw to the plate anyway, but they lose. But my rule is they would lose. They take the sure out at first, or they can still try to make a play at the plate, but they lose the infield in advantage. So instead of the -2 that he had, it would have been his base running rating straight. That is a rule I will use, but only maybe in the 8th or 9th innings, not this early. They would take the shore. They would take the shore out. They would take the shore out, and there's 2 away. So the run does score. So that's a grounder to short. And now the batter is Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 1. That is a house rule. I really think Chris should have made that an official rule, but it's his game. We just play it. Pitch from Haas. 2-3. Range play. Cabell. 5-4. Grounder to third base. That's it to Molitor. Molitor's range is a 3. And he's got it. Nice play by Molitor. He'll take his time and toss it over and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, a triple by Herndon, and just enough to tie the game up. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And I only use that 6 rule now if it's in the 8th or 9th innings that the tying run or winning run is at the base. Because I still don't see throwing to first and getting a sure out when the winning run is on base. I had a little bit of an issue with that. It happened a couple of times last season. I really went to Chris. I said, Chris, I'm sorry. If the winning run is at third base, that throw is coming to the plate. That is not going to first. So Cecil Cooper leads off for Milwaukee, and he's 0 for 1. Morris, well, remember what Baseball Demo says, Play the game you want, the way you choose to play it. Morris, 4-2, strikeout, no. Cooper, a 4-6, and a grounder right back to the pitcher. Morris will get to that, and he'll throw it over to first for the out. Next batter is Simmons. Simmons reached on an error his first time up. Morris will pitch. 6-3, strikeout 7, that's high. Simmons, 6-3, and he hits a fly to right. And Glenn Wilson will make the play, 2 outs. I wonder what you guys think about some of these house rules. I know you guys have house rules that you like to do for inside pitch or any game you like to play, whether it's Stratomatic, Fall Classic, History Maker. Here's Howell. Howell got a single his first time up. Morris the Cat. 6-5, strikeout 11 is high. Howell, 3-6, and Howell splits the gap. It bounces off the wall and rolls all the way in center field. That's going to be a triple to center. So Howell keeps it going. He has a triple to keep the inning going, and now a chance for Brewhard. Brewhard is 0 for 1. Howell on at third. Strategy roll. Howell stays at third. Morris the Cat will pitch. 6-2 against the righty. Walk. The 11 is high. Brewhard. 6-6. And it's a base hit right past short. And the Brewers will capitalize on the triple. It's 2-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Brewhard as he'll bring in Howell. And now the batter is Manning. Manning sacrificed fly his first time up. We are now at the historic score of the game. Strategy roll for Brewhard. He'll stay where he is. Morris, 1-5. It's a blank. Manning, 2-2. And a grounder to second base. Easily picked up by Whitaker. And he's going to throw to the shortstop covering to get Brewhard. And that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits for the Brewers. And we're 2-1 after 4. Go to the top of the 5th. And Chet Lemon leads off for the Big D. He's 0 for 1. Haas, they'll go ahead and pitch. 3-1, strikeout, no. Lemon, 3-1, and that's grounded to third. Easy little play there from Molly. And Molly throws it over for the out, 1 away. Here's Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. Haas, they'll go ahead and pitch. 1-5, error on the grounder. Wilson, 2-3. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right. And that'll be handled there by Moore. And that is the second out. Here's Krenchicki. Krenchicki got a single his first time up. 2-1 Brewers here, top of the 5th. 2-5 for Haas against the lefty. It's blank. Krenchicki, 2-1. That's grounded to second base. Gantner will take care of it. Tosses it over. Retires the side. 1, 2, 3. Go the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Here comes Charlie Moore for the Brew Crew. He's 0 for 1. Morris, they'll go ahead and pitch. 3-2. That's going to be an automatic out, and we're going to make that a grounder to first base. Easily played there by Cabell, and he'll take it to the bag himself for out number 1. Now the batter is Molitor. Molitor is 0 for 2. Morris will set up. He'll pitch. 6-6. A walk plus 10. That's ball 4. He walks Molly. Morris at 78 walks in 83. And that is his first walk he's given up. It'll give Gantner a chance, and he's 0 for 2. Molitor had 41 steals, and that's a 4. And he's going 17 plus 0, and Parrish is a -2. A 1-15, Molitor is safe. And he is. Matter of fact, that's a 4, and they don't even throw the ball. Molitor got such a great jump, and that's going to be a stolen base for him. So Molitor steals second. Strategy roll again. This time he stays put. Morris will go ahead and pitch. 1-6, strikeout, no. Gantner, a 5-3, and that's a grounder to first base. Cabell will go ahead and get that one. Molitor easily goes to third, 2 away. Now Yount will have a chance to bring him in. Yount is 1 for 2 with a double. 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th. Morris, strategy roll first. Nothing happening. Molitor stays at third. Morris, 5-1, range play. Yount, 6-1. That's a grounder to first. That ball is hit to Enos Cabell. He was excellent. His range is a 5. And he's got it. Nice play by Cabell. Morris will come on over there. Cabell will throw it to him, and that will retire the side. They'll get out of it. No runs, no hits, a walk, a steal, and no errors. 2-1 Brewers after 5. Is everybody still in the chat there? I'm not hearing anything. Nobody's saying something. Come on, guys, at least say something. I love it when you guys are here, but at least say something. Top of the 6th. Sometimes I think I lose you guys. Here's Lou Whitaker. Whitaker is 1 for 1. Yeah, that's fine too, XSG2. If you're sleeping, at least tell me. If the game is boring you, I get that too. Haas will pitch. Haas, 3-5, possible error. Whitaker, 3-6. That's a grounder to second base. Error chance on Gantner. His error rating is a 4. That's an 11. They'll make the play. Throw to first. Out number 1. And now here's Trammell. Trammell is 0 for 2. Yeah, if you guys are sleeping through the game, that's okay. I know not every game can be exciting. Haas will pitch. 1-5, error on a grounder. Trammell, 3-5. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to left. Brewhard, they'll come in and grab it for out number 2. And now here's Herndon. Herndon is 1 for 2. He's got a triple. Clay baseball fan joins us here at County Stadium. Yep, 10 days until opening day abroad. It's 1983. You have your face in your iPhone. They had no iPhones in 83, Dev09. And Dev09 joins us here at County Stadium. Haas, 4-2. That's an automatic out, and it's going to be a fly to left. And Brewhard's going to get to that one and retire the side. Haas is having a pretty good game. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. 2-1 going in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, that's a big phone. That was a big phone. Plus, it had that battery pack with it, too. Amazing how far we've come in that kind of technology. Cecil Cooper leads off for the Brewers. He's 0 for 2. Yep, the size of a briefcase. Morris, he will pitch. 5-6, it's a blank. Cooper, 5-4, grounder to first base. Easy play for Cabell. They'll take it to the bag himself, 1 down. And now here's Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Morris will pitch. 2-2, strikeout, no, too high. Simmons, 1-5, ground ball to short. Easy play for Trammell. Routine over to first, 2 down. Next batter is Howell. Howell is 2 for 2, a single and a triple. Morris, he'll go ahead and pitch. 5-1, range play. Howell, 3-4, ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Krenchicki. His range is a 4, and he will get it. Nice play by Krenchicki. He'll take his time and toss it over, and he will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Brewers. The game historically was a pitcher's duel, and we got that too. 2-1 after 6. So right now, inside pitch is agreeing with the historical score so far. We go to the top of the 7th. Haas will be pitching to Lance Parrish. Parrish is 0 for 2. Haas and Morris got plenty left in the tank. Haas 1-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Parrish 3-3. Ground ball hit to third base. Molitor will get to that. And over to first it goes. 1 down. Here's Gibson. Gibson is 0 for 2. Gibson had 15 home runs in 83. Haas will go ahead and pitch. 6-2. Pitcher result. And that's a 10 against the lefties. That's going to be an automatic out. And it will be a fly ball to left field. Not too deep. Breward will get to that, and that's out number 2. And now Cabell. Cabell is 0 for 2. Haas, he'll pitch. 2-3. Range play. Cabell. 5-2. Ground ball to third. Molitor going after that. His range is a 3. And he's got it. Nice play by Molitor. And he'll get up and throws to first. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3. Go the Tigers. Still 2-1 Brewers. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next day will be September 12th, and it will be Fall Classic. There were only 5 games scheduled for September 12th, and it was a little bit difficult to make a decision which game to play. Cleveland was at Detroit, but we're doing the Tigers today. Milwaukee is at the Yankees, but we just did the Brewers and Yankees 2 days ago. Montreal was at the Cubs, which is not a bad matchup. The Cardinals are at the Pirates, but right now St. Louis and Pittsburgh, even though the Pirates are in third place, really don't figure. So I decided to give my New York Mets one more time on the board. The New York Mets will be taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies are in first place in the National League East, trying to stay ahead of the Expos. A young Ron Darling will be pitching for the Mets, and John Denny will be going for the Phillies. It's actually a pretty good matchup pitching-wise. So my Mets will be on the board tomorrow. It'll be Fall Classic. Mets and the Phillies. Darling and Denny. That'll be tomorrow night on the network. Bottom of the 7th here, Brewers have a 2-1 lead, which was the historical score so far. And we're in the bottom of the 7th. Mark Breward leads off for the Brew Crew. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Morris will go ahead and pitch. Morris, 4-1, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. And Morris will get his 4th K. And that's out number 1. 1 down, here's Manning. Manning is 0 for 2. Yep, the Mets will have to play spoiler. Morris, 4-5. That's a pitcher result. Lefty 1-13's an out. That's an 11. And it is going to be a grounder to short. It'll be taken care of by Trammell. And he throws it over 2 away. And now here's Moore. Moore is 0 for 2. Morris will go ahead and settle in. And that's a 6-6. It's a walk plus 10. And that 18 is going to walk Moore and just barely. Moore becomes a 22. -2 is a 20. He will walk him. So Moore now on at first after the walk. And that's the second walk given up by Morris. It will bring up Molly. Molly is 0 for 2 with a walk. Strategy roll. Moore did have 11 steals. He's not getting any here. Morris will pitch to Molly. 6-3, strikeout 4. Cold strike 3 on Molitor, and the inning is over. And Molitor not happy with the call. He says it was a little high. The umpire says, no, you're high, whatever you're smoking. By the way, you're out. Go take a seat. The inning is over. So nothing across except a walk. Still 2-1 Brewers after 7. We go to the 8th. Haas can pitch 5 more batters before he tires. Chet Lemon will lead off. Lemon is 0 for 2. Tigers trying to stay ahead of the Brewers here. 3rd place in the American League East. Looking for a wild card spot. Brewers trying to catch them. Haas with the pitch. 5-6. Strikeout. No. Lemon. A 1-5. And it's a grounder to short. Handled by Yount. Yount will throw it over. 1 away. Here comes Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2. Haas. He'll go ahead and pitch. And 6-4, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. He'll get Wilson. And that is strikeout number 2 for Haas, 2 down. Not really a strikeout pitcher, only had 75 of them that year. And now the batter is Krenchicki. Krenchicki is 1 for 2. Haas will pitch. 2-5 against the lefty, it's a blank. Krenchicki. 4-5. Fly ball hit the center. Manning going back for it. He'll have room, and he'll put it away and retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Tigers. Still 2-1 after going to the bottom of the 8th. Morris will continue to pitch. Brewers looking for insurance. Jim Gantner leads off for the Brew Crew. He's 0 for 3. Morris. They'll settle in and pitch. 6-6. That's a walk plus 10. And that 17 is going to be too high. Gantner. 4-2. And it's a grounder to third base. Handled there by Krenchicki. And that'll be out number 1. Next up is Yount. Yount is 1 for 3. He's got a double. Morris. He'll pitch. 4-5. That's a pitcher result. Righty 1-9's a base hit. 12 is high. Yount, a 1-5. And Yount will get a hit anyway, though. It's better than what was probably going to happen. And that's going to be a double to center field. So now the Brewers have a big insurance run at second. And the very dangerous Cooper now up. But he's 0 for 3. So Yount on at second. 1 out here. Bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Brewers, a big difference between 2-1 tonight and 13-5 last night. Morris, 6-6, that's a walk plus 10. That will not walk Cooper. Cooper, 2-5, and it's a fly ball to left field. And Herndon's going to get to it. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Now, Yount, base runner 5, hit the left -2. Herndon a 0. Yount can take third on a 3. It's a 6. Another 6. It could be a play. No, Yount will go back. Throw comes into third base, and Yount says, no, I'll stay where I'm at. 2 away. And now here comes Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. 2 outs. The fans here at County Stadium hoping Simmons can give the Brewers a little insurance. Morris looking in on Simmons. Fans are loud. Strategy roll. That's a 1. Yount gets the steal sign to go to third, but he'll stay put. Morris will pitch. 5-4. That's at the park. County Stadium. 1-2. And it's a ground ball to third. Krenchicki will go ahead and get that one. Throws to first, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Brewers. They have a 2-1 lead, just like the original score after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Go to the top of the 9th. Moos Haas can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. Lou Whitaker is the leadoff batter. And I think, and Whitaker, let's see. I think you bring in the closer for this. I think you bring in the closer, and that is what you're going to do. Moos Haas is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pitch for the Brewers will be their closer, and that's Peter Ladd. 3 wins, 4 losses, 25 saves, a 2.55 ERA. Ladd is going to try to get the save. Haas leaves with a W. So Peter Ladd will pitch to Whitaker here and try to get the game over. So the fans here at County Stadium are loud, hoping that Peter Ladd can get it done. Top of the 9th, 2-1. Ladd will pitch. 4-3 against the lefty. It's a blank. Whitaker, 1-6, and it's a ground ball to second base. Gantner will get to that and throws it over, 1 away. And now here's Trammell. Trammell is 0-3. Ladd will go ahead and pitch to Trammell. Ladd will deal. 2-6. That is an automatic out, and it will be a fly ball to left, and Brewhard will get to that, and that is out number 2. And now the last chance for the Tigers is Larry Herndon. Herndon is 1-3. He's got a triple. Peter Ladd does have Special K, so Herndon is ready to go. Ladd will set it up, and he'll pitch against Herndon. And here it comes. Pitch from Ladd. 3-6. Range play at the park. County Stadium. 2-5. It's a fly ball to left. Going after that is Brewhard. He was pretty darn good. His range is a 5. And he'll take 2 steps to his right. Puts out his glove. Blop. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Brewers win the game 2-1 by the same historical score. Stadium cheers. Yay! So the Brewers come back after a shellacking from last night. And now they get a 2-1 victory here. And the Brewers will now go to 80-60. The Tigers now drop to 83-57. And at this moment, the Brewers are now 3 back of the Tigers. But this was game 1 of a doubleheader today. So we'll see what FastScore has to say the rest of the way. Final line score coming up. The historical line score for the Tigers was 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. The Tigers in this game is 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. For the Brewers, the historical line score was 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The historical score in this game is the Brewers 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Pretty close to me. The winning pitcher is Moos Haas. He'll go ahead and get the win. Jack Morris actually went the distance. He pitched a complete game pretty much, although he didn't go 9 innings, but he did pitch. They'll go the way. And Peter Ladd's going to wind up with the save. So a great game here between the Tigers and the Brewers, but we got a very big 10-minute ticker coming up. Do not change. Well, I'm not going to say change that dial. Do not click X on your computer screen. Do not click X. Normally they wouldn't say do not change that dial, but of course we're not using dials anymore. So do not click X. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Brewers win the first game over the Tigers. Let's see how the rest of September 9th goes. California at the White Sox. Angels 9-16, that is 2. White Sox 17-63, and that's 9. The White Sox get a little closer into clinching the division. Boston at Cleveland. Red Sox 13-43, that is 5. Indians 11-54, and that is 6. A win for the Tribe. Detroit at Milwaukee, the second game of the doubleheader. Tigers 13-66, that's 11. Brewers 166, that's 8. And they will split the twin bill, which means the Tigers are just still 4 back. Kansas City at Minnesota. Royals 732, and that's 3. Twins 13-13, and that is 1. A win for the Royals. Baltimore at the Yankees. Big series there. Baltimore chasing the Yankees. Orioles 841, and that is 4. Yankees 645, and that is also 4. And they're going to extras. The Yankees, by the way, are 5 games ahead of the Orioles in the division. Baltimore rolls a 5 plus 0. Yankees roll a 4 plus 1 is 5. That's a tie, which means the Yankees will win it by home field. Texas at Seattle. The Rangers are 3 games under 500. Texas still has a shot. Rangers 1046, that is 5. Mariners 153, and that's 4. And the Rangers will get a big win. Oakland at Toronto. As of this right now, in my opinion, the Blue Jays are no longer in it at this time. Oakland 11-22, and that is 3. Blue Jays 13-11, that's 0, and they're going to lose a tough one to Oakland. Cardinals and the Cubs. Both teams are out of it. Cardinals 10-33, that is 4. Cubs 11-21, that's 2, but the Redbirds will get the win. Braves and the Dodgers. The Braves have a 9-game lead on Los Angeles for the first place in the division. Braves 661, that is 6. Dodgers 655, that's 5. And the Braves will get closer to clinching the National League West. Mets and the Expos. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 0-23, that's 1. Expos 751, and that is 5. Nope, my Mets can't win nothing. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. Now that the Expos won, the Phillies trying to stay ahead of the Expos. Phillies 634, and that is 3. Pirates 545, and that is 4. That's a nice win for the Pirates. The Expos are now only a half game back of the Phillies, and the Pirates are now 6 games under 500. Reds and the Padres. The Padres are in 3rd, National League West. They only have a half-game lead on the Astros. Reds 461, and that is 6. Padres 15-13, and that is 2. And that game belongs to the Reds. The Astros have a chance to jump into 3rd. Astros and the Giants. Astros 856, and that is 6. Giants 824, that is 3. And the Astros have come all the way from nothing and are now in 3rd place in the National League West. For how long, we'll see. September 10th, California at the White Sox. Angels 765, that is 8. White Sox 12-42, and that is 5, a win for the Halos. Boston at Cleveland. Red Sox 14-41, that's 5. Indians 10-64, that's 8. It's a win for the Tribe. Detroit at Milwaukee. Tigers 7-15, that is 1. Brewers 6-63, and that is 7. The Brewers have now gained a game on the Tigers. Kansas City at Minnesota. Royals 5-15, that is 1. Twins 12-22, and that is 3. A win for the Twins. Baltimore at the Yankees in a big doubleheader. Game 1. Orioles 12-14, that is 2. Yankees 9-22, that is 2. And they're going to extras. Baltimore rolls a 2 plus 0. Yankees roll a 6 plus 1 is 7. And the Yankees will win the first game. Baltimore 8-34, and that's 3. Yankees 5-32, and that is also 3. And they're going to go to extras again. Baltimore rolls a 4 plus 0 is 4. Yankees roll a 5 plus 1 is 6. The Yankees win both games on Baltimore. The Yankees looks like the Yankees are going to win the American League East. Why am I not surprised they're going to do that? Because in every 80s replay I've done, the Yankees have made the World Series. Texas at Seattle, although I don't know if that's going to happen with this season. But stranger things have happened. Rangers 7-66, that's 9. Mariners 2-62, and that is 5. That's another big win for the Rangers, getting closer to 500. Oakland at Toronto. Athletics 4-63, and that is 6. Blue Jays 16-61, that is 8. And that's a win for the Jays. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals 11-26, that is 3. Cubs 13-34, that's 4. And the Cubs will get the win. Braves and the Dodgers. Braves 11-46, that's 5. Dodgers 3-52, and that's 4. Another win for the Braves, Mets, and the Cubs. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 4-16, that is 1. Expos 11-26, and that is 3. No, my Mets can't win. My New York Mets cannot buy a win. Phillies and the Pirates. The Phillies need to win this game to stay in first place. Phillies 7-15, and that is 1. Pirates 7-31, that is 3. The Montreal Expos just took first in the National League East. How long? Astros and the Giants. Astros 8-26, and that is 3. Giants 9-53, and that is 5. And the Giants slow the Astros down. On to September 11th. Happy Patriot Day. California and the White Sox. Rest in peace to the Twin Towers. Angels 8-41, and that is 4. White Sox 15-44, and that is 7. Win for the Tri-Sox. Boston at Cleveland. Red Sox 12-42, that's 5. Indians 10-36, that's 4. The Red Sox will get a win. Detroit at Milwaukee. Can the Brewers get even closer? Tigers 16-61, that is 8. Brewers 11-64, that is also 8. And they're going to extras. This is a big roll here. This is a big roll. Both teams roll a 6. Detroit is a +0. Milwaukee is a +0, which means it's a tie. And that means the Brewers will win by virtue of home field. Kansas City at Minnesota. The Brewers are right back into this. Royals 13-15, and that is 2. Twins 10-56, and that's 6, a win for the Twins. Baltimore at the Yankees. Baltimore 1152, and that's 6. Yankees 845, that's 5, and the Orioles will get a win. Texas at Seattle. A win here by the Rangers gets them to 500. Rangers 554, and that is 5. Mariners minus 965. That's 4. I think that's the highest I've ever done in a minus. But that's a win for the Rangers. They are back to 500. Oakland at Toronto. Athletics 14-16, and that is 2. Blue Jays 17-24. That's 4. The Jays will get the win. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals 6-14. That is 1. Cubs 10-45. 5 runs. Cubs will win it. Cubs win. Braves and the Dodgers. Braves 16-33, and that's 4. Dodgers 8-25. That's 3. Another win for the Braves. They could be clinching very soon. Mets and the Expos. Mets 1-22. That is 1. Expos 11-23, and that is 3. And my Mets just continue to show how bad they were that year. Phillies and the Pirates. We will have the Mets and the Phillies tomorrow night. Phillies 3-11, that's 0. Pirates 6-23, and that is 2. Rays, the Jolly Roger. Reds and the Padres. Padres got to start winning some games. The Astros leapfrogged them. Reds 1-12, that's 0. Padres 8-24, and that's 3. The Friars will get a win. Astros and the Giants. The Giants could put the Astros right back to 500. Astros 153, that is 4. Giants 534, and that is 3. And the Astros will stay above 500. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be September 12th. We're going to be at the Vet at Veterans Stadium. It's a spoiler game. The New York Mets will take on the Philadelphia Phillies. A young Ron Darling will be pitching for the Mets, and John Denny will pitch for the Phillies. Phillies trying to catch once again back with the Expos. Big race in the National League East. What will happen tomorrow night? Mets and the Phillies. Darling and Denny. Be there or be square. It'll be fall classic. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. It was the historical score here as the Milwaukee Brewers beat the Detroit Tigers 2-1. Some of these races, they're not done yet. We're only approaching the halfway to the pennant race, getting closer to the final week. We'll find out what happens. We still got a few games left.